the new house. Got the Tesla and the Kia. Nice little bee right there. Go away. I was on a live stream on Facebook for a second showing off this, but basically Milwaukee sent me an entire pallet, and this is the 366 piece mechanic starter pack out set. And yeah, so I had to drag this into my garage. They shipped it to my old address, unfortunately, so this is not all of it, even though this is a lot, and we need to get this into the garage from my Marcy fire truck. Anyways, so this is awesome as hell, and I'm gonna make a lot of content on this. I almost want to leave my toolboxes at work for a little bit and see what I can do with just this mechanic set. It is not cheap, so I definitely want to test it out. Milwaukee sent me that. It's not gonna be that way for everyone, so I'd like to make a bunch of videos so you can see exactly what you would get from that set. Marcy, come here. We're not done yet. Come here. Come here. All right, Pup wants to go inside. Brought the dog for the first time to the new place, and she immediately pooped in the basement. So at least it was in the basement. I can't be too mad. Here's the space where I want to put a lift. I'm not sure. Right here. Basically, I need to cut slabs out of the concrete in the garage. Ideally, like 2 foot by 2 foot squares might work to install the Max Jacks half height. I think it's a M7K lift. It's probably the smallest lift I'll be able to get, so I can squeeze in my wife's car on this side, and I'll park my car on this side. I'll let her pooch in. Alright. I'm gonna have to make this quick because I'm gonna have to help paint my daughter's room. But here's another sneak peek, buds. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Seriously, all this content has helped me get this house. Without me creating TE videos, this would not have been possible. So this is all y'all's garage too. So I need any and all suggestions that any of y'all have. I know you guys have different professions, you know, electricians, contractors, that kind of stuff. Talk to me. A lot of people message me, but I'll be looking at messages. Thank you. Tesla, yes. Dress up your dog for Halloween? Well, I have a bandit outfit. My wife has a chili outfit. And then we bought my daughter a bingo outfit. So Marcy is Bluey. She's already dressed up. She's Bluey. Anyway, this is 9.3 foot ceiling right here. This low spot, which I didn't bring a ladder. I did order a ladder. I'm gonna crawl up into the attic and see if I can even see over here what is exactly right here. But I might be able to modify this drywall a bit, at least bring back this part over here, depending on what's in there. And then I need to tie into a water line. It's either going to be in the basement or maybe up here. I might be able to sneak a water line from the house over here. What's going on? Anyway, I want to run a water line, all right, to right here. So I'm going to have a faucet right here, so I can bolt up a wall-mounted pressure washer. And there's ones with a 65 foot hose I'm looking at, and then a 100-foot hose. And I'm gonna need it to pressure wash off this house, because if you look to the right here, there's not gonna be any house to the right of me, which is awesome. And there's no house to the rear of me. This is what we're looking at, buds. thoughts on 2.0 touring, Accord touring. I had a 2.0 Sport touring, and that's probably the best newer Accord that you can get right now. Stick with the 10-speed 2-liter. But anyway, there's no house to the right of me. They're building a neighborhood right here, so there's a lot of dirt and wind blowing onto my house, onto the garage. So I'm gonna have to regularly pressure wash off this house. So 100-foot hose. We got a breaker right on the side of the garage, which is super nice. I'm gonna have to install an additional breaker to the left so I can run some 240 volt outlets inside of the garage. So for the lift, I want to put a 240 volt drop down plug. So I can just plug it right into the lift. And then I can even bolt the lift controls onto this beam. So that'd be cool. I'm debating, I think I'm gonna have the lift either right behind, right here, which is gonna have to be cut. So it's gonna cross this joint. I might expand where this part is. You can see this part's already cut out since it's a beam, so it's reinforced. So I'm gonna have to cut past that. And the thing is, when I'm doing that, or when I'm bolting in the lift post, all the bolts have to be like 6 inches away from the edge of the cut. So the lift post has to be right in the middle. So I'm not gonna be able to snug it up right up against this beam. At least I don't think. I would like to, so I could have the most room, but as it is, country, I'm in the USA. We're in Colorado. So anyway, it would have to be like right here, which means the car would have to be probably too far back. So I could put it right here, which how my wife parked right now. There's enough room up front. I just can't obviously have anything behind me when I'm working on cars, but the whole toolbox setup is gonna be right here, and I'll have a roll cart and stuff that I can bring up to the corner here and work on cars. So honestly, as it is right here, that's not a lot of room. I'd probably back up a little bit. So I try to, maybe I can redo this whole piece somehow. Don't ask how, I'm sure it's possible. Fuck this beam. I might be able to even remove this beam or kind of reload. I don't know. I need to talk to somebody who knows stuff, which I do not, but I'm gonna have to head out. But lift post right here, I think. As close to the beam as I can get. Maybe I can relay this whole thing so I can kind of center the lift post right here. Right in between the crack joint. So on this side, it'll be right in between the joint, and it'll be super close to this car, but you'll be able to work it out. So it's definitely going to be a tight fit, but I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to have to relocate that to this wall. I'm going to have a split air cooling AC dealie mounted right there, so I might need a 240 volt for that, and then maybe 1 or 2 240 volts over here for EV chargers, and then I'm gonna need more 120 volt outlets, probably 1, 2, 3. Might be able to get away with just 3 more. We got 2 on the ceiling, 1 over there. Definitely the water line running to the corner, mint. All right, sorry I haven't responded to any of y'all. I'm gonna have to head out. I have to help my wife paint my daughter's room. There's another sneak peek, 40 bucks. Oh, also I have to get all this stuff out of my car, but we're gonna do that later. Definitely a lot of videos coming soon on the Milwaukee mechanic starter set. I love you, Milwaukee.